I was a very gifted bodybuilder. When I was 8 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, all my friends would make me take my shirt off and flex. I never knew why. I was a little kid. Just take your shirt off, okay? Flex. And I would just squeeze my muscles. All the time they did that. So I was just really, just naturally just gifted. I never dieted. I never went on a diet. Won the Mr. Universe, won the Mr. World, never went on a diet, ever in my life. Never did one sit-up. All I did was eat hot dogs. Before a contest, I just eat hot dogs because I was eating too much. I never had to diet or nothing. And all these other guys on these diets, I'm like, man, I wonder what that's like. I would eat hot dogs. I could drink milk. I could eat candy. So I was a different type physically, you know, that makes sense? So I was gifted in that sense, you know. Like my sons, they're all the same. They can go on the stage right now, and they were 17 and 16. We're at Venice Beach, and they had this bodybuilding show. I just went to see my friends. I looked at the teenagers, I said, oh my God, you guys can beat these guys easy. And they're football players. I go, dude, do it. No, Papa, we're not gonna do that. I said, come on, just do it for me. Just you got your underwear on? He goes, yeah, so just get up there. I'll put some grease on you, some oil on you, and just flex. You ain't got to know how to flex. Just do anything. You're gonna win. Because no one looks like you. They wouldn't do it. They're all, I mean, just they're specimens, because I trained them like that.
With genetics clearly plays a part in this, particularly when it comes to bodybuilding, but the training component, it seems as though maybe that doesn't. So obviously if you want to win a particular physique competition, you're judged on shape, etc. But if you want to train for a sport or for anything really, or have that attitude where you want to be number one, is that something that is also in your mind genetic, or are those skills that anybody can do?
Those are skills you can learn.
Okay.
Here's what I always tell people. They always want to know how'd you do that with your sons? There's a guy who, you ever seen the girl stands on the wall like this and the guy throw the knives and outline her body, but he never hits her. My question is, how many knives did he have to throw to perfect that before he told his wife, okay, honey, I think I'm ready. Why don't you stand on the wall? How many knives did he have to throw? Second question, was he born with that skill? Absolutely not. He learned it. So if that guy can learn it, any joker can learn it. It's the same thing with sports. It's how you approach it. Yes, it can be taught to anybody, but here's what I'm saying. You can't say, you got to project your kids. You can't say, my son is going to be 5'5", and he wants to be a professional defensive lineman in the NFL. You got to project what you think where they can be within reason. But after that, absolutely, I believe it. 200%. I'm the exception. I'm not the rule. When I had my kids, I didn't know if they're going to be the exception or the rule. But I know one thing. I said, guess what? I'm going to take it as if they're the rule, and I'm going to teach them. And you instill these things in them, and just like the guy who threw the knives, Michael Jackson. His daddy didn't just say, here's some instruments, you guys want to play or not? If you don't want to play, I'm just going to leave them there. Listen, there's no such thing as lazy kids. It's only lazy parents. I always get on the parents. It's the parents' fault. That's why I started my John Brown Black Coffee podcast, to talk to these parents about these things, because they don't get it. I would see kids and go, dude, if that was my son, oh, he's going to the NBA or NFL or something. He's been blessed with the skill set. He just got to develop it. It's like, throw the knives. How many knives are you throwing? How many knives as a mother and a father, how many knives have you thrown? You didn't throw enough. You throw enough knives, it happened. It's real simple. My sons are there because I made them like that. And don't pick, look, if you're a mom or dad, you have to guide your kids. You can't say, well, I want to see what he like. what he gravitate towards, what's nice for him, that's all bullshit. That's bad parenting. That's lazy parents. You tell them what to do. You're not gonna let your 8-year-old kid or your 5-year-old kid tell you, I don't like this house, let's buy another house. You're not gonna, I don't wanna go to school. You're not gonna accept none of that. You have to guide them. So, I love bodybuilding, but my sons were forbidden to bodybuild.
Forbidden.
Forbidden. What if they would have won a 5-time world champion like me? My son got $120 million. He would have never got $120 million anywhere else. I knew what to do. I said, no, you're not doing that. That's stupid. You're going to do this. If you become what I think you're going to become, you're going to be rewarded. Pick the right, if you have a daughter, don't have her do gymnastics or some stupid stuff like track. Stay away from that. There's no money in that. Believe in your daughter. What if she's going world champion? Put her in somewhere she can get paid. You got to believe in your kids. Most people don't believe in their kids. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of new age athletic parents, let's call them. And they've never done it, so they don't know. I've been to the mountaintop 5 times, so I know how to get there. So I know how many knives got to be thrown. If it's not enough, I go, that ain't enough. I know right away. I just left my son's practice. A kid came up to me, hey, I saw you on the podcast. Him and his dad. What do you do? I play basketball. 40 minutes before I got here. How old are you? 14. Are you good? Yeah. How many shots you put up? A lot. I go, a lot? His dad goes, a whole lot. I go, how many? A lot. But see, it's not gonna work. You can't say a lot. You gotta quantify this thing. See, what is a lot? That's like saying I can jump real high and I'm a high jumper, but I never put a stick up to see how high I can jump. And I say, well, what's your height? What's your personal best? I don't know, but I can jump high. It's stupid. You gotta count, man. I said, look, it's up to the parents. The parents don't know what's needed because they've never done it. I understand that. But hell, you got to find somebody who's been there like myself and just listen to me. If you don't agree, just do what you're told. You'll figure it out later. But this is the thing. Yes, it can be taught. Absolutely, I believe it can be taught. But you got to understand, did you throw enough knives today?